Hello everyone, today I'm here to discuss the latest chapter of Black Clover, chapter 323, and oh my, do we have a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. So the chapter starts off with Vanessa basically worrying on how Yami could get out of this because Yami is a part or in the midst of Lucifero's gravity magic, so if he gets hit by this, he will die. So Vanessa is very worried on how Yami could get out of this. And then out of nowhere, as Vanessa is contemplating, Roge is summoned. So I'm guessing, did Vanessa summon Roge unwillingly? Or did Roge come out on her own will or accord? Because we've seen that Roge is able to change fate. So did she bring Gray? Because out of nowhere, Gray appears. Out of nowhere, Gray is like brought to where Yami is. So I'm guessing, did Roge bring Gray, since she knew that Gray is capable with healing Yami's body? So did Roge bring Gray to Yami's aid because because Roge knows that Gray could do something to heal Yami because there is no other healing mage around, right? So because Gray was already in the mist, because she was already with the Black Bulls, but I'm guessing Roge brought her closer because it was such a dire situation. So as Gray's about to heal Yami's body, she later realizes that Yami went through some phenomenal change to the point where she's saying that Yami has some devil's heart inside of him, and this brings her to the conclusion that Yami got stronger because his mana, as she's dissecting his body, she realizes that his mana amounts got insanely denser and immense. Because as she's healing Yami, she says that his mana is brimming with insane amounts of mana. So this tells us that during Yami's slumber in the Tree of Qliphoth, all the devil powers that were within inside of the Tree of Qliphoth came into Yami, and this shows that Yami got insanely stronger during his time in the Tree of Qliphoth because probably some demon mana came inside of him and made all his mana amounts insanely faster, right? So this is insane. This really brought me to the conclusion, if Yami would get this power up as he's fighting Lucifero, I'm so excited to see what's going to happen with Yami in the later chapters, because this is important, this is big. So then as the chapter kicks off, William is brought by Patri and Longris because Patri uses his light magic to get William to Yami's destination, and I'm guessing Longris uses his mana zones spatial magic to move within Lucifero's gravity magic. So then he's able to bring William to Yami because I'm guessing William requested to see Yami in order to give him that sword that he has now. So William asks Yami to use the sword that he created, which is called the Blade of Mistletoe. And we know this sword is going to be absolutely insane because with William's spells, he always has the word Mistletoe in it. And we've seen in William's spells, he uses the Tree of Mistletoe, that big ass tree that he uses to summon branches, brooms that mages used to fly on. So we know that this sword is going to be insanely strong in taking out Lucifero. So so he carves the Blade of Mistletoe for Yami to use in battle, and then Yami recalls that he hasn't forgiven William for what he has done, but since they were both trapped together, they have a lot to relate to, and since they've known each other for a while, so he says, once this is all over, if we come out of this alive, let's go and get drinks together. So this was really cool in my opinion because William and Yami, they have come far because they've known each other for a while now. So I don't think Yami would abandon William, but I'm really happy to see that because people in the anime community or in at least the Black Clover community they're not really fans of William, but I kind of do like William. I like his character and I can feel for the character, right? I like William. So moving on. So we're brought back to the present, and Yami actually holding off Lucifero's attack to protect both Noct and Asta. But Lucifero says, you're the dark magic user. So he knows of Yami because he's battled Yami countless amounts of times. Not like physically, but he knows who Yami is due to his battles he's had with him when he was possessing Dante. So he knows of Yami, and he tells Yami that I will deal with you later, and pushes him and Noct back so that he can attack Asta. But out of nowhere, our boy Zora comes in and actually protects Asta from Lucifero's attack. And then we see Sekret pop up behind Zora to reinforce him. So Zora uses his counter magic, but it's called secret counter magic. So this is not gonna be like Zora's average trap spells. It's going to be different, because we know that Magna and Zora went through some sort of training, and we've already seen what Magna can do. So I'm so interested to see what this spell could do, because this spell actually tanks Lucifero's attack, because Zora is still intact and he's still standing, because we've seen that if you take a hit from Lucifero, you're as good as dead. So I'm guessing this spell was able to sustain Lucifero's. I'm guessing this spell allowed for Zora to sustain damage from Lucifero's attack, and we see that Sekret is holding him. So I'm guessing Sekret used her sealing magic to basically seal the injuries that Zora would have taken, that Zora took from Lucifero's attack. So I'm really interested in see what this spell really did. Did it hold Lucifero in place because of the sealing magic and the trap magic, or did it absorb Lucifero's attack? Did it repel Lucifero's attack? But I'm really interested to see what the hell happened in that one. So as Noct is actually with Yami, he actually tells Yami that he doesn't want you here. But then Yami comically says that, is this how you thank the person that just saved your life? And then we go into Noct's inner dialogue and how he says that he hates Yami, because we've always known that Noct always said that he always hated Yami back on when we first met the character, but we didn't really know why. But now it's going to be revealed. And so the reason why Noct has always hated Yami, not because he hated Yami himself, but he hates the fact that every time he looks at Yami, he sees his self. And we know that Noct really hates himself and resents himself, because that's what led to Morgan's death. And so seeing Yami makes Noct reminisce on himself and how he killed Morgan. So that's why he hates Yami, because seeing Yami, he can relate it brings back memories of the bad lifestyle that he would live, right? Because Morgan even stated that since their magic is so similar, shadow and dark magic, Morgan said that Noct would be better suited to be Yami's partner, right? So it's really cool to see more of Yami and Noct's backstory and their past come to light. So it's really dope. So that's why Noct doesn't want Yami to be in the battlefield, because he doesn't want Yami to die by the likes of him. So that's why Noct hates Yami. But Yami's bro, is it a bad thing for me to stick my head out for a friend? It's not. Should I not do that for a friend? And and Noct is what the fuck, bro? This man is so weird. Noct is so confused, why Yami would do this. But Yami, we all know Yami's he's a really good dude, and if you're his friend, he will have your back no matter what. And so Yami says that let's fight this king of devils together, Noct. And then Noct is let's do this. And then we just see this panel of Noct and Yami when they were kids, flash forward to now Noct and Yami as adults, facing off, or at least standing, at least looking up at Lucifero. They're about to do their thing. So I'm really excited to see what the next chapter has in store for us. But this chapter was A1. Even though there wasn't a lot of action, I still really liked the chapter a lot. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below what you guys think, please. I'll see you guys later. Peace.